Image is the most basic element in graphic design. A good image can attract people's attention and deliver complicated messages. To design a good image, here are the tips. If you draw, that will be great, since you can make sure the image telling the story you want and be original. You can draw the image on a piece of paper and then scan it into the computer. You can also draw the image with a tablet or the mouse in the computer. Both methods have their pros and cons. The former way creates good quality original image, but you have to convert it into electronic file. The latter one is already an electronic file, but when you design, you will be restricted by the software. If you don't draw, there is another way, photography. With photo shooting, you can also get good quality of images for your design. Other than those have been mentioned, you can also buy image data on the internet. Since computering is the last step of modern graphic design, we should know about how to ensure the image quality. There are two types of computer graphic image, vector image and raster image. You can scale up and down a vector image without changing its quality. As a result, it will be a perfect format for logo design and pattern design, though vector image doesn't have rich gradation as photos. In contrast, raster image can store all the gradations of color. A photo is raster image. But if you zoom in the photo, you will see mosaic. Remember, only in certain scale does raster image has good quality for displaying and printing. To determine the size of a raster image precisely, you should note about DPI. DPI is short for dots per inch. If a raster image has more dots per inch, the image would have higher quality and the file would be larger. If the image is to be printed, you should choose DPI no less than 300. That's the maximum DPI human eyes distinguish. Beyond 300 DPI, we can't tell too much difference. If the image is for screen displaying, such as web pages and electronic devices, DPI no less than 72 will do. So when we design, we should choose proper software and format for specific cases to ensure the image comes out sharp, clear, with no distortion. An image would not be the same under different cutting and composition. Diagonal composition, fractional composition, X-shape composition, S-shape composition, vertical composition, and parallel composition. These are the common compositions. We can also use some changes according to what we want. Proportion usually refers to the ratio of length and width. The common proportion are 3:2, 4:3, 16:9, and the famous golden ratio 1:1.618. When you prepare the image materials, follow the rule of reserve. Always reserve more than is needed. You'll be able to do what you want to, instead of being dragged down by the quality or size of the image. Perspective originally dates back to Renaissance. It's a way of enhancing the three-dimensional effects. It means to recreate a 3D world on a 2D plane. When we walk along the railway, we find the spacing between the rails become narrower and narrower, and the railway ends in the faraway points. These are the two major features of perspective. Perspective can be divided according to the number of vanishing points. Draw a line between your eyes, and all the vanishing points fall on the line. The line is called eye level. If there is a cube with one face completely parallel to you, you find the horizontal edges vanish towards one point. Since there is only one vanishing point, it's called one-point perspective. When the cube rotates to only one edge parallel to you, the horizontal edges vanish towards 2 points. This is two-point perspective. Since two-point perspective can show more faces of an object, it is the most common perspective we see. No matter one-point perspective or two-point perspective, the vertical edges are always parallel. 3-point perspective is based on 2-point perspective, but the vertical edges vanish upward or downward, depends on whether you are looking up or looking down. If the object is hexahedron or even octahedron, the number of vanishing points will be more and more. With the help of perspective, we can create amazing work with unique angle.